Okay, we are going to continue where we left off. This is Unit 9, Day 2. So once we have this equation set up with the coefficients in one matrix and the variables in the next equals and then the numbers they equal, let me go back to the previous page here and show you. It's set up like this. A times x equals b. So to isolate x and solve for x, we're going to multiply on the left side of each equation a inverse times a and then a inverse times b. Okay, so to do that, here we are. Okay, we are going to multiply the inverse of a, it'll be here, inverse of a times a, and those will cancel. And then the inverse of a times b. Now, we know these are going to cancel, so we don't even have to do that. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're just going to throw this into the calculator. So it's going to be xy equals, whoops, yeah, that's fine, a inverse, which the inverse of a we can just write in the calculator as a and then inverse times and then b, if we put them in right. So let's do that on the calculator. So second matrix, now we got to go ahead and enter these values in. So a has to be 2, -1, whoops. We have to edit. We're going to edit a. Now we already have a 2 by 2 here, so good. That's from a previous problem. So we got to put the new values in. 2, -1, 6, -3. All right, so we've got a in. Now let's go ahead and put in b. So edit, I'm going to do b, and you can do whatever letters you want, but I'm just using the same ones that I had earlier. And b is a 2 by 1. 2 by 1. And so as soon as you do that, it changes, so because it knows, all right, they're only going to be putting in 2 values. So this is 19 and -7. Okay, now that we've got our matrices inputted in, we're going to go back to our home screen and do the inverse of a. Let me clear that. So second matrix, and now I need the name a. A, I want the inverse of it, times b. So second matrix, I want the b matrix name, like that. And then you press enter. What? Right, so I knew there was the answer to this problem, so I went back and looked and saw, what did I put in for my matrices? Let me just see. And I was actually looking at a different problem. The values for this problem that we're doing should be 2, -3, 1, and 4 for a. I think I have it fixed now. So let me go back and try it again. I didn't check b, so I hope it's right. A, we want the inverse of a times b. Second matrix, hope b is right. We're about to find out. There we go. And that is the same value you get if you solve this system of equations algebraically or graphically. But the calculator does it for you, so you know, why not? We're going to skip b, but I want you to take a look at the u-try. So when you go ahead and put these matrices in, and this will be your a, this will be your a, and that's your b, right? And you do a inverse times b, you're going to see, you're going to get an error because the determinant of a is -6, and then minus -6, which is +6, makes it 0. And, you know, 0 times anything is just 0. So, here, I wrote that over here. You want people to find the inverse because it's undefined. So it's either no solution or all real numbers. And you can take a look at the equations and you can see if I go ahead and multiply this equation through by 3, I'm going to get 6x minus 3y equals -18. Those are the same exact equations. And we know back from Algebra 1 that if you have two equations that are exactly the same and you're asked to solve the system, you're going to get an infinite number of solutions because every point on one line is on the other line. So you kind of have to interpret what the answer was saying. No solution means they're parallel and they never intersect. And one solution means they're the exact same, or sorry, an infinite number of solutions means that they're the exact same line. Normally you'd get an intersection like this and then there's only one solution, right? But we do have no solution where they never touch, and all real numbers, which is when the two equations are the exact same line. Now this becomes really, really super awesome when you have a multi-step equation that you've got to solve. So they give us some information and they tell us that I just labeled for M for movie passes, P for popcorn, and D for DVD. Okay, so we got 2 movie passes plus a packet, 1 popcorn. Yeah, popcorn is $15.50. And then 2 movie passes plus 2 popcorns plus 1 DVD is $37. And then 4 movie passes plus 3 popcorns plus 2 DVDs is $72.50. I mean, we used to do this by hand. It was such a pain in the butt. Substitution is what you had to use. But now what we can do is we can write a matrix with all these coefficients. 2, 1, 0, 2, 2, 1, 4, 3, 2. Put that in the calculator as like A or whatever one you want. Okay, and then put in, why is this not? There we go. Times, and then the variables are M, P, and D. And when you multiply that, you should get all the money, $15.50, $37.72.50. So now you put this in for A in your calculator and this in for B, and then you type in A inverse B. Done. I think we're done. That was kind of long, so I apologize. All right, peace out.